And a gracious good morning to you, my dears, in YouTube land and visitors of me blog. I have to put a disclaimer out first because I'm going to do a play on somebody else who is very famous. I am not Huell Hauser, and this is not California Gold. But, my dears, let me tell you, it is in the early hours of the morning in Marysville, California, and this old geezer is going to share with you one of the great treasures of California. There be California's gold right here in Marysville, California, and I stand here on the pavement with the lovely Ethel, who is the owner of the Little Farmhouse Candy Shop, also known as the Candy Box. And Ethel is located at 415 D Street in Marysville, California, downtown Marysville. Ethel has been here operating this business for 7 years, continuing a tradition of candy making in the city of Marysville that goes back 57 years. Now, my dears, as far as I'm concerned, that's gold in California. So, Ethel, it's lovely to see you. It's always a real treat to be able to see you. And I apologize. I have to let people know that I've kind of set the stage here a bit because you were washing the pavement, making the front of your store look pretty, and I encouraged you to go out and get your smart little ball cap on and put your apron on. So you recently became an author and wrote a book.
Yes.
And what is the title of the book that you wrote?
McIntosh Turtles and the Mysterious Pool.
Okay. Now, my dears, for those of you who have never been to the Candy Box, Ethel makes chocolates which are called turtles. And so that's a play on the product that she makes, which are called chocolate turtles. And they're absolutely mouth-watering. For any of you who are addicted to chocolate like this old geezer, I will tell you true. One bite and you will feel that you have died and gone to heaven. So, as you can see, there are two little tables outside because along with flogging the delicious candies that are handmade in the city of Marysville, Ethel also serves up delicious ice cream, so that if you're ever in downtown Marysville doing a shop and you deserve a little treat, you can purchase some ice cream, come out here and sit at one of the tables and peruse the passing parade of shoppers and engage folks in conversation and enjoy a lovely summer treat. So we're going to go inside and look inside the candy box. This is the inside of Ethel's shop, where she toils away in the back making all of her candies by hand. And rumor has it that during major holidays, Ethel is much put upon, and she has to get elves to come in and help her because the demand for her chocolates is so great that the boxes just take up every inch of available space. So Ethel, go over and pick up a copy of her book. When I first met Ethel a year ago, when I landed in this part of Earth, this book had not been published. But Ethel captured my imagination. She stood behind the counter and engaged me in conversation and told me that she had written a book, and off the top of her head, extemporaneously, she proceeded to tell me almost word for word the story about the McIntosh Turtles. And I was captivated. She had me heart and soul from that moment on. And I will tell you true, I have never forgot the gracious welcome that I received in her shop, her warm and engaging personality, and of course, need I say more, the fact that her candy is just absolutely delicious. So this is Ethel's book, and Ethel is more than happy to sign a copy of the book. I will tell you true, it is wonderfully illustrated. It is a terrific story, and I know for a fact, having read to wee ones in the past, that it would be a most excellent story to read to young children. And unless I am totally mistaken, it's the kind of story that we ones would love to hear over and over and over again, because truth be told, the child that has died in those of us who have become older is still very much alive in children. And can you just imagine them going to sleep with visions of delicious chocolates and sweets dancing in their heads while they take their afternoon nap or whatever? So, anyway, here I stand with a lady who I think is one of the real treasures in the city of Marysville, a true provider of California gold if there ever was one. And if Huell Hauser is put out by the fact that I'm playing on his absolutely lovely film bits, he'll just have to get over it, because you beg, borrow, and steal from everybody that you think is clever, and I think Huell's very clever. So anyone who comes into Marysville, do make it a point of stopping at the Candy Box, also known as the Little Farmhouse Candy Store. You will see that there is a video that runs in the background from time to time. See, my mouth is salivating at the thought of being in this chocolate emporium so much that I can barely think straight. But there's I Love Lucy film bits that play. There's all kinds of bits and bobs around. But you're in for a rare treat. So I wanted to share with all of you this lovely lady. I go on and on and on. Is there anything you would like to tell the folks that I have failed to mention at this point, Ethel?
No, you've mentioned quite a bit. I did want to say that I've been doing this for 10 years. I've owned it for 7. And I feel like a captured child in this environment also, because once I came in here, I was hypnotized. And this is a wonderful, wonderful product to be able to put out there and share with others. I really appreciate it. We have a kitchen back here. I don't know if you have to open it or not.
No, I know.
But we'll always welcome you with a smile and a friendly piece of chocolate.
And my dears, I also want to mention one very important thing. Much has been said recently about Marysville and the fact that it's hard times and businesses are suffering. Ethel's product is superior, and many is the time that she has been offered to move to what people perceive as a more suitable place for her to flog her wares. And she is so passionate in her belief in keeping the Candy Box open in Marysville that she refuses to move. She believes that she's a part of Marysville and its history and its local color, and she is bound and determined to stay here and provide superior chocolates to an adoring public. And what more can you say about a lovely lady who is more about giving to the community than taking from the community? What can I say? I love her to death, and I think you will too. You have a brilliant day out there, and if you have any comments that you want to leave on YouTube or on me blog, feel free to, and I will pass them on. You have a brilliant day. Cheers.